right, now we're going to insert the bag bottom and the bag feet. And this step kind of makes this bag stand out from other Dopp kits. The first thing we're going to do is make sure the bag base fits the bag bottom. So if you need to trim it, you can do that. Mine is about 4 inches by 8 inches. Next, we're going to measure the placement of the bag feet, and you're going to make them 3/4 of an inch in from the edge of your bag. It's actually kind of hard to see it if you mark it with a chopstick, since there's nothing under the bag right now, so you can't really get purchased, so I'm using a marker. Mark each corner. And I'm also going to mark each corner of my bag base. Okay. Now I am going to use a seam ripper. This is a really scary step, but if you might want to double check your markings, because you have to make a hole in your almost finished bag. I'm going to make a hole using a seam ripper, very small hole. I'm going to be very careful. I'm just going to make a small hole at each of my markings. Start out with a very small hole because you can always make it bigger. But you can't make it smaller. Okay, so I have my 4 holes on the bottom of my bag, and I need to make little holes in the mesh plastic as well. I'm just going to grab my scissors, and you can just sort of make little clips in the mesh. You kind of, depending on your mesh, you don't even really need to make holes, because the bag feet will fit through, but this just makes it a little bit easier, and make sure you are in the right place on your mesh too. Okay, now insert this piece of mesh in through the gap at the bottom of our bag. And fit it in so that the corners are all matching up with where the bag corners are. And my hand is inside the gap to do this. And then you want to leave your hand inside the gap so you can tell what's going on. But then you're just going to take your bag feet. These are like the brads that you might have used in art class in elementary school, but they just have these 2 little prongs. There are other kind of bag feet. There are some that screw in. I like these. I find them quite easy to use. So keep those little prongs together and go through that little hole that you made in your fabric, and then feel around to find that hole that you made in your mesh, and pop your bag foot through, and I'm going to just turn my bag inside out so that you can see. And actually good for me to see too, because I'm not quite on where I marked in my mesh. Okay, now I am. So you can see that. And then I'm just going to, I can just use my fingers to open these bag feet, and we'll just press them so that they lay flat. And that's what it looks like from the bottom. And I'm going to repeat that on all 4 corners.